In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Romans chapter 1, verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and then to the Greek. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I am not ashamed of the gospel of the love of God. I am not ashamed of the gospel of the kingdom of God. It is life-giving. Oh, I pray that you are not ashamed either, that you walk with your hope in the kingdom, experiencing the love of God and walking in victory because of the power and the grace that's ours in His love. Because when we are not ashamed of the gospel, then Jesus is not ashamed of us. Well, today we start chapter 9 in Mark, and we see a story that is absolutely supernatural. Let me ask you this. Do you hear the voice of God? Well, you're going to hear it today. We're in chapter 9. I'm going to read verses 1 through 8, and they say this. Jesus was saying to them, "Truly I say to you, there are some of these who are standing here who will not taste death until they see the kingdom of God after it has come with power." Well, it can't be going to heaven when you die, because all those who were with Jesus have passed away. And He said they'd see the kingdom before they did. See, the kingdom is for us in the here and now. Let me show you a little bit of what it looks like, and let me give you opportunity to hear the voice of God. Oh, I want you to pay attention to what He's saying to you. Verse 2, 6 days later, Jesus took with Him Peter and James and John, and He brought them up on the high mountain by themselves, and He was transfigured before them. Jesus, all of a sudden, looked supernatural. His body was different. Everything was different. Verse 3, and His garments became radiant and exceedingly white, as no launderer on earth can ever whiten them. And Elijah appeared to them alone, and Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. Okay, so what's it going to be like? You're going to wear robes that are whiter than white. And you're going to see the prophets from before. You're going to see guys like Moses and Elijah. Well, verse 5, Peter said to Jesus, "Rabbi, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." For he did not know what to answer, for they became terrified. Well, can you picture it? Jesus all of a sudden doesn't look at all like He did before, and He's standing there talking to Elijah and Moses. You'd be pretty terrified too, wouldn't you? Now, they freaked out. Peter says, "Let's build churches for you guys." And look at this. A cloud formed, and it overshadowed them. And a voice came out of the cloud. Whose voice do you think it is? It's God's voice. And He says this, "This is my beloved Son. Listen to Him." Would you quit trying to build churches and instead listen to my Son and follow Him? Listen to Jesus. He's speaking words of life. He's speaking words of freedom. He's speaking words of eternity. And so listen to Him. Verse 8, all at once they looked around and saw no one with them anymore except Jesus alone. What is God saying to you? Listen to Jesus. Listen to Jesus alone. He has the words of life. Well, God bless you who hears the voice of the Lord and listens to Him in a way you want to walk with Him. You want to follow Him. He is the one who leads you into the richness of abundance that Jesus promised. I look forward to being with you tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. Jesus.